قل إن تخفوا ما في صدوركم أو تبدوه يعلمه الله.
Some terms to know. Before going into the kitab, they will be using some Arabic terms, like the author. He said that he's not going to translate everything into English. So some of the terms which we need to keep in mind when going into the book. The vowels, the harakat. The harakat, the vowel sounds in Arabic are indicated by means of a system of strokes above and below the consonantal characters, the letters. So like in English you will have the A, E, I, O, U. In Arabic there are three, the A, I, U, which will be explained below. So every consonant letter in Arabic is provided with a vowel sound, a haraka, or with a sign indicating its absence, sukun. So this is something important. Generally, we learn that a sukun, when we're teaching the students, they say the sukun, when you see a sukun, you should join. But the correct definition of sukun is that it indicates the absence of a haraka. So where there's a sukun, it indicates that you should not pronounce that particular letter, and that's the correct definition of sukun. The vowels are as follows: a fatha, a small diagonal stroke above a letter. So fatha, from the word fataha, fatha literally means to open, so the sound should also be open, fatha, ah. So another example would be, so at times the fatha won't always have that sound. For example, if you put the fatha on a full mouth letter, for example a ra, it won't be ah, it won't be ra, but it will be ra. But in a normal case, if fatha is on a ba, it won't be b, it would be ba. But when they come on full mouth letters, the sound will change a bit, like ra or kha. In that case, the fullness of that letter will be different. The next one, kasra. Kasra, it literally means to break. A small diagonal stroke below the letter. Now, sometimes, how the Arabs, they play around with the words. Normally when something falls down, when something falls, it breaks. And they kept this word kasra indicating the stroke below a letter, because when a person says the I, generally his jaw drops and his mouth opens, his jaw drops to say the I sound correctly. So that's why they have given or named that stroke which comes below the letter kasra. And dhamma means to push. And when and a dhamma is a small vowel above a letter. And when we're saying the what is happening? We are pushing our lips forward to pronounce the sound correctly. So when a person says buh, his lips are being pushed, and a person cannot pronounce the dhamma correctly without him pushing his lips forward. So the sign indicating the absence of a haraka is written directly above a letter. Example, if you look there, that small circle, or sometimes it can be can look like a back to front C. In this case, it is a small circle. So this is called a sukun. A letter which has or carries a haraka is called mutaharrik. So if it bears a sukun, it is called sakin. The tashdid, that sign in brackets, is called a tashdid or shadda And the letter which bears a tashdid is called mushaddad. The mushaddad letter is pronounced twice. The first one always has a sakin, and the second one with a haraka. Example, marra. If you have to break it up, it will be read as, if you look, mar and ra. So marra, the first one always has sakin. In that case, the first ra, and the second ra will have the haraka. But you will not see it written broken up like this. It will always be written with the shadda. Another example, dabba. It is read as dab and ba. But you will not see it written like this. It will be written with the shadda. But we will know when we see that sign, the tashdid or the shadda, we'll know that they are read as though there are two letters inside. The tanween. Tanween means to add a noon sakina to the end of nouns. As we know in Arabic, when you learn the nouns, they always end with un. Kitabun, maktabun. So they're always ending with tanween. Even though this extra noon sakina is not written, this noon sakina is not written, it is pronounced. It is indicated by means of a double fatha or fathatain, or double kasra or kasratain, or a double dhammatain, and is pronounced as an, in, un respectively. Example, rahmatan, it is pronounced as rahmatan, and malakun is pronounced as malakun, and siyamin is pronounced as siyamin. So it is pronounced the same, it sounds exactly the same, but to take away or substitute that noon sakin, we put the fathatain, kasratain or dhammatain.
وَإِذْ قَالَ إِبْرَاهِيمُ